soft, sweet, and easy to pop into your mouth without consideration. Grapes have consistently been praised for their antioxidants, cardiovascular benefits, and natural sweetness. But for older adults, particularly those over 60, these miniature fruits may be causing far more harm than good. What renders grapes so dangerous for aging bodies is their elevated fructose content. Fructose is a sugar type processed almost exclusively by the liver. When consumed excessively, which occurs easily since grapes are so small and simple to overeat, it converts into fat and uric acid. This is where the danger materializes. Uric acid accumulates in joints, particularly the knees, ankles, and toes, triggering inflammation, stiffness, and even gout like pain. That burning sensation in your big toe at night, the aching in your calves after a brief walk, the swelling that persists, grapes could be the hidden trigger behind it all. Even more concerning is how effortless it is to overconsume them. One handful becomes two, then three. Before you realize it, you've ingested more sugar than you would from a dessert. And that sugar doesn't merely affect your joints. It feeds chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body, which slows healing, worsens fatigue, and gradually chips away at your leg strength. Most seniors remain unaware. Grapes are perceived as a safe snack, but beneath their innocent appearance lies a slow, consistent force that may be reducing your ability to move freely, walk without pain, or stand without swelling. And if something as small as a grape can inflict this much damage, imagine the impact of a fruit that's nearly all water but behaves like pure sugar in your bloodstream. It's the fruit you reach for when thirsty, but it might be silently depleting your strength. Curious? Let's explore what that fruit really is. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's continue with point number 4. Number 4, watermelon, the deceptive hydrator. There's something reassuring about watermelon. It evokes memories of summer gatherings, outdoor celebrations, and the simple pleasure of something sweet and cooling. For seniors, it often feels like the safe indulgence, low in calories, primarily water, and easy to digest. But what if I revealed that this innocent-seeming fruit could be gradually draining strength from your legs? Despite its refreshing taste and high water composition, watermelon possesses one of the highest glycemic indexes among all fruits. This means it causes a rapid blood sugar spike, followed by a crash that leaves your body inflamed, tired, and struggling to recover. For aging adults, especially those with slower metabolisms or developing insulin resistance, this sugar rush is far from benign. It fuels systemic inflammation, particularly in the legs, where circulation is already compromised by age. What occurs next is subtle yet dangerous. Your knees feel increasingly stiff. Your ankles begin swelling more frequently. Your calves grow heavy after just a short walk. And throughout this, you believe you're staying hydrated. But instead of supporting your muscles, watermelon could be starving them of proper oxygen, making each step more exhausting and slowly undermining your balance. Like grapes, watermelon is dangerously easy to overconsume. One slice becomes two, then three, because it doesn't feel substantial. But your body isn't deceived by light texture. It recognizes the sugar, responds with insulin, and pays the price through soreness, tightness, and inflammation that makes climbing stairs or standing more difficult than it should be. This is the cruel paradox. The fruit that feels like water, behaves like sugar, and it's not helping your legs. It's quietly exhausting them. But if watermelon can betray you this way, what about a fruit you've trusted for decades as a symbol of health and immunity? A fruit that sits proudly on breakfast tables and in juice glasses, but may be quietly worsening your joint pain every single day. Let's examine it more closely. Number 5, oranges, the acidic sneak. Oranges have long carried the image of optimal health. A glass of orange juice at breakfast, a fresh wedge with lunch, these simple routines have become ingrained in daily life for many older Americans. Rich in vitamin C, renowned for immunity support, and widely accepted as a healthy choice, oranges seem like the last thing you'd ever question. But the truth, especially for seniors, is more complicated and more alarming. Beneath their bright color and cheerful taste lies something that can quietly worsen joint pain and weaken mobility: citric acid. As we age, the tissues in our joints become more sensitive. our cartilage deteriorates, and inflammation becomes more common. Oranges unfortunately contain sufficient natural acids to irritate already inflamed joints. That morning, stiffness in your knees, the dull ache in your hips after sitting too long, these may not be merely signs of aging. They might be reactions to acid you're consuming daily. The problems don't stop with acidity. Oranges also contain natural sugars that can spike blood glucose when eaten alone or consumed as juice. For seniors, that's a dangerous combination. Acid and sugar working together to fuel inflammation throughout your legs, leading to swelling, discomfort, and a creeping sense that your strength isn't what it used to be. What makes this worse is how subtle it all is. You drink your morning juice thinking you're doing something beneficial. Meanwhile, your joints are quietly absorbing the cost. There's something unsettling about realizing that a fruit you've trusted your entire life may no longer be helping, but rather holding you back. And if oranges, with their reputation for health, can cause this kind of trouble, imagine what could be hiding in a fruit that looks clean, tastes sour, and is often mistaken as the safest option of all. You've likely eaten it raw, perhaps even before bedtime, never suspecting what it's really doing to your legs. Let's discuss it next. Number 6, green apples, the sour trigger. Green apples are frequently celebrated as the healthier alternative. They're tart, crisp, and less sugary than their red counterparts. For many seniors attempting to reduce sweet intake, green apples seem like the perfect snack, clean, light, and good for digestion. But behind their refreshing taste lies a reality that most don't recognize until it's too late. These apples may be contributing to the very pain and weakness you're trying to prevent. The sharp flavor of a green apple comes from malic acid, a natural compound that, while tolerable for younger bodies, can become harsh and irritating to aging tissues. As we grow older, our gut lining becomes more delicate, our joints more reactive, and our ability to neutralize acids declines. This means something as simple as a green apple can subtly aggravate joint pain, trigger muscle tightness, and even lead to nighttime leg cramps. Many seniors don't connect these dots, blaming their discomfort on aging when, in fact, it may be coming from something sitting in their fruit bowl. And while green apples may not taste very sweet, they still contain natural sugars. When eaten alone, especially on an empty stomach or before bed, these sugars can cause minor but repeated blood sugar spikes. For a senior body already working with slower insulin responses, this leads to inflammation and fatigue in the legs by morning. That stiffness you feel when you first get out of bed, or the heaviness in your thighs by early afternoon, could be your body's quiet protest against a fruit you thought was helping. Even small daily habits, repeated over time, can carry consequences, especially when they involve foods that seem harmless on the surface. But if green apples can quietly chip away at your comfort and mobility, what happens when you reach for something far sweeter? Something soft, tropical, and beloved by nearly everyone? Coming up is a fruit so naturally sugary it's practically dessert, and it may be the most dangerous of them all. Let's reveal the final culprit. Number 7, mango, the sugar bomb. Mangoes are beloved by many. Their rich, golden flesh, soft texture, and sweet aroma make them feel like nature's candy, especially during warmer months. For seniors, they're often seen as a refreshing, healthy indulgence. But beneath their sunny exterior lies a truth that few discuss. Mangoes may be one of the most harmful fruits for aging legs and joints. What makes mangoes so dangerous for people over 60 is their extremely high natural sugar content. While the word natural sounds harmless, the body processes sugar identically. Whether it comes from a dessert or a ripe mango, when a senior eats a mango, it can lead to a sharp spike in blood glucose followed by a crash. These fluctuations aren't just exhausting, they actively trigger inflammation in muscles and joints. Over time, this inflammation begins manifesting in troubling ways. A burning sensation in the toes, swelling around the ankles, tightness in the knees, or a dull, dragging heaviness in the thighs after walking. If you have nerve issues or prediabetes, the risks escalate further. The sugar in mangoes can aggravate neuropathy, leading to tingling, numbness, and slower healing in the feet and legs. The real danger is how deceptively easy it is to overindulge. Mangoes taste light and feel healthy, but they pack more sugar than many people realize. And because they're not processed sweets, we don't treat them with the same caution. That's how they slip past our defenses, slowly weakening our legs while we believe we're eating clean. When it comes to protecting your strength and independence, even the most innocent looking fruit can become a hidden threat. But here's the good news: just as the wrong fruits can harm your legs, the right ones can help heal and support them. So, what should you be eating instead? After learning about the fruits that can quietly damage your legs, weaken your joints, and reduce your freedom to move, it's natural to ask, so, what can I eat? This is where hope returns because not all fruits are harmful. Some are your greatest allies. In fact, the right fruits can do more than nourish your body. They can help restore your strength, soothe inflammation, and support the very muscles and joints that carry you through life. For seniors, the key is selecting fruits that are low in sugar, gentle on circulation, and rich in anti inflammatory compounds. Take berries, for example, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These small fruits are among nature's most powerful protectors. They're packed with antioxidants that combat inflammation and support healthy blood flow, particularly in the legs and feet, where circulation tends to weaken with age. And unlike sweeter fruits, they help stabilize blood sugar, avoiding the spikes and crashes that leave your legs feeling tired and heavy. Then there are cherries. When consumed in moderation, they've been shown to reduce uric acid, which helps combat joint pain and gout, common conditions in older adults. Even a small handful can ease the burning sensation in your knees or the stiffness in your toes. One fruit that surprises many is the avocado. Yes, it's a fruit and one of the best you can eat. Rich in healthy fats, it reduces inflammation and provides stable energy without disrupting your blood sugar. It cushions your joints from the inside out, allowing you to move with more ease and less pain. And don't overlook papaya and pears, fruits that are gentle on the digestive system, naturally low in sugar, and provide lasting nourishment without stressing your circulation. These aren't just safe, they're healing. When chosen wisely, fruit becomes more than food. It becomes a partner in your journey toward stronger steps, steadier balance, and brighter mornings. The path to better movement doesn't begin with more effort. It begins with better choices, and you just took the first step. Conclusion: a personal word to those who still want to walk strong. If you've stayed with me this far, I know one thing for certain: you care deeply about your future. You're not just looking for quick fixes or the latest trends. You're searching for truth, for clarity, and for the kind of wisdom that speaks not just to your body, but to your lived experience. That tells me something else, too. You're not ready to give up on your strength, your independence, or your ability to move freely, and you shouldn't. As someone who understands the journey of aging, I've learned that aging itself isn't the enemy. Complacency is. The small choices we ignore, the habits we don't question, the foods we consume without thinking, these are the real dangers. Not because we meant harm, but because no one ever told us the full story. No one ever warned us that the very fruits we believed were helping us could be silently stealing our power, our balance, and the comfort of simply standing without pain. But now you know, and that knowledge is powerful. What you put on your plate matters more now than ever before. Every fruit, every bite, every habit, it either strengthens you or slowly weakens you. And here's the truth: no one tells you that you are still in control. You still have the ability to change, to protect your legs, to protect your freedom. You're not at the mercy of your age. You are the steward of your health. So take this seriously, not out of fear, but out of love for yourself. Your legs carry more than just your body. They carry your purpose, your passions, your ability to show up for the people and places you care about, and they carry your life. If there's one thing I've learned through the years, it's this: the body listens to what we feed it, and it always responds. Not always right away, but always. Choose foods that speak healing, not harm. Choose movement over stillness, awareness over assumption, wisdom over routine. And above all, never forget: it's never too late to walk stronger. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with one. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.